fires up the traps, the rhomboids, the scapula, and to be able to hold this posture while you're doing a squat, it's not easy, right? Because a lot of people will bend forward because they don't have the strong upper back support to keep that, right? Now look, let's say I go feet flat. You're going to see the difference in my posture and my form right away. What is going down, YouTube? You are back with the Prez. Wednesday, the third workout you're seeing this week, it is leg day. Remember, I'm training push-pull legs. Tomorrow will be a rest day. Friday upper, Sunday lower. So technically my week starts on Sunday with lower. So it's like lower, push-pull legs, rest, upper body, right? So this is my leg day that you're actually going to see. Sunday's leg day is all machine-based, right? So I did my nice standard upper body warm-up already, external rotations, banded pull-aparts. Now, Monday's push routine, Tuesday's pull routine, I'm feeling my upper body. I got nice fatigue, but I got the fatigue in my chest from Monday, and I got the fatigue nice in my lats and back from yesterday's routine. And again, it's much higher volume than what I've been training on the 1 rep max, higher reps and sets, the type of training I like to do. So I'm going to bring you through my full leg day today. It's not going to be too many exercises. It's going to be very big bang for your buck movements. Now I'm going to get a nice lower body warm up here, guys. I'm on my heel elevators here, which makes squat depth a lot easier. It takes the ankle mobility out of it, right? Just like when you guys saw me doing my pistol squats last week in the park on the slant, it takes the ankle out of it, right? So it allows for much better squat depth and overall posture here, right? So I'll hit a nice set of about 10 overhead squats, and I do these overhead style with the band overhead to activate the whole posterior chain as well, guys. It fires up the traps, the rhomboids, the scapula, and to be able to hold this posture while you're doing a squat, it's not easy, right? So a lot of people will bend forward because they don't have the strong upper back support to keep that, right? Now look, let's say I go feet flat. You're going to see the difference in my posture and my form right away. So this would be as low as I could get low, but look how much hinge I have now in my back now, right? As opposed to ankles elevated, heels elevated, I can go down and I can keep that upright torso, right? So that's why you see squat shoes having a platform that goes up a little bit, because again, it just takes the ankle mobility out of the equation and makes squats easier to get depth and maintain an upright torso. Nothing wrong with the hinge, except if you're doing loaded squats like that and you're hinging low, and that's going to place a lot of stress on the lower back. Now, we're going to get into a little bit of a mobility warm up also for the hips. So if any of you guys have like tight hips or experience any type of like back pain or something, you guys could do these airplanes, right? So it should be this way. We rotate in, so right foot, left foot goes straight, open up the hips. Rotate the hip in, open up the hip out. So left leg, left arm is extended, right foot's balancing. Rotate the hip in, open the hip out. Rotate the hip in, rotate the hip out. We'll just do about 5 on each side. So we'll go to the right side now. So now, right leg is going to stabilize. So I'm going to come over here actually, or left leg is going to stabilize for that matter. Right leg back, right arm extended. We drop the hip, we open up. Drop the hip in, and we're not dropping, we're rotating in, rotating out. Rotate in, rotate out. Rotate in, open up. One more. Rotate in, rotate out. Now we're going to go through a quick couple more movements for our lower body. Now we're going to really get into nice deep hip flexor work right here. Nice lateral stability work. So we're going to get into a nice deep lateral lunge. And then we're just going to go nice side to side, right? The side that we're lunging on, make sure that foot stays flat. This foot could come off the floor or elevated however you want, however you feel comfortable. And this is just going to be good for your hip mobility, working that lateral stability. And then we'll push up 1, push up 2, push up 3, drop back to the left side, press up, and that's all the single leg working in that squat right here. And then we'll go into one more lateral lunge variation. This is a little bit of a more difficult one, more challenging. And so we'll go left leg lunges, the right leg comes back behind the body, right? Almost in a, getting some rotation in the hips. This really lights up the whole medial and the side glute here. Come back up. Keeping this foot flat and this knee straight. Big stretch in the glute. Come back up 2. Big stretch in the glute here. Come back up 3, and then we'll do it on the right side for you guys. Left leg comes behind the body, right foot stays flat. Big stretch in this whole side glute. Press up off that right leg. I told you this one can be a little challenging. 2, and my right leg is always the leg that has less stability than my left. That's the foot that I broke throughout my life a couple times. So now the hips should be fired up. The knees are going to be feeling good. Legs will be fired up. I'll see you with the first leg movement. Let's go. All right, guys. First leg movement of the day, we're going to be doing belt squats. So about a couple weeks ago when I cleared the snow out of here for the first time in months, I got back to belt squats. Previously, I built up to like 315 for sets of 6. I started back very, very modest, and I did 225 for 3 sets of 12. Last week, I just moved up to 250, and I just did 1 top set of 12 at 250, then some back off sets, which you guys didn't see. So I got 250 on the rack right now again. 45, 45, 35, 45, 45, and a 35, right? That's 250 pounds. Today I'm going to be going for 3 sets of 12 at 250. So, and again, guys, I'm wearing my Vivo barefoots. Most of the time, all winter, I was squatting in my Timbs, which gives a little bit of a slight heel elevation. These are completely flat, right? But belt squats, it's naturally easier for your torso to stay upright, right? You don't have a load on your back to want to make you hinge. All right, pull this out. So 250 on the rack right here, 3 sets of 12. And look, you don't need to hold on, right? It's not assisting me. It just helps with a little bit of balance. 12, good. All right, guys, second set. Let's go. All right, guys, third set. Taking about a 2.5 minute break in between each set, and I'm trying to keep the tension on the quads the whole time, right? I'm not coming to lockout on any rep here. Fatigue is building up. 2 more. Let's go. 3 sets of 12. All right, guys. Belt squat work is done. Now, belt squats, they're going to hit probably, I would say, 70% quads, maybe 30% of the glutes and the hamstrings, right? Especially me not coming to lockout, I'm not really getting that squeeze to the top on the glutes or the hamstrings right there. And that's predominantly a torso vertical movement. We're squatting, but we're not getting much hinge motion in, right? So now we're gonna do a specific hinge motion exercise, which is gonna train 90% of the posterior chain, right? This is gonna be almost a complete hamstring and glute isolation exercise. I'm gonna be doing the cable variation. You guys have seen me do this with dumbbells before in the past. I'm just not gonna do dumbbells because I don't want grip strength to be a factor. I don't feel like holding heavy dumbbells because I have to do these pretty heavy with dumbbells for the stimulus right here. So I'm gonna go cable RDLs here, guys. And again, you could do any single leg movement, right? If you're just doing calisthenics, you guys could do single leg toe touches, right? If you don't have resistance, you could wrap a band around your neck, push the band around your foot, and then you're gonna be getting that band resistance at the top part of the motion where where you get that main contraction here. But I'm gonna be using my cables here today, guys, and getting some volume in. I'm aiming for 3 sets of about 15 here. So, hinge dominant movement here, guys. My fingers are just anchored on here like hooks, right? My hands don't do any of the work. We stick the butt back, we get that big stretch in the back of the legs and the glutes and the hamstrings, squeeze up through the glutes. All right, nice 15 clip right there, guys. Now this is an exercise that's both of these exercises are very high stimulus, low systemic fatigue. Whereas a back squat, right, you're gonna get high stimulus but also high systemic fatigue, right? Because you gotta maintain that barbell on the back, right? It's axial loading, it's compressing the spine. You gotta maintain that stability on your upper back, maintain core stability. Whereas the bell squats, again, the load is all on the hips there, guys, and all on the quads. So the back and the nervous system stays a lot more fresh. Same thing if I was gonna be doing a dumbbell RDL. It's systemically more taxing on the body as opposed to the cable version or opposed to a single leg bodyweight version, right? Holding the dumbbells, especially if I'm going heavy, I gotta hold 2 heavy dumbbells in the hands. You get a big upper body stimulus also. The traps have to stabilize. The upper back has to work a lot harder as opposed to doing this cable variation. And the cable variation allows me to keep constant tension on the muscles. Then we're hitting 2 more sets of those. I'm not gonna film the whole leg work. I just wanted you guys to see the main bell squats, which is a nice PR work there. I'll show you the next exercise that we get into after this. Let's go. All right, guys, moving back to an almost complete quad isolation movement here. So I hit 3 sets of the cable RDLs. Now we're going back to a body weight, right? If you guys are trying to build nice leg size, throw this movement in, right? Sissy squats. You guys have seen me do them many times. You could throw a weight vest on to make them harder. You can also add a band. Also, I'm gonna be going body weight, high rep sets here, guys. So you want to start on your tippy toes, soft knees. You want something for your hands to balance on, right? Because you don't want balance to be an issue here. So on your tippy toes, soft knees, sticking the knees towards the floor, keeping the hips straight, right? We don't want to see this bend. Keeping the hips open, pushing back off the tippy toes. An insane quad stretch in this bottom position. Keeps constant tension on the quads here. The further you lean back, the bigger the stretch you get. Hips have to stay open the whole time. This is a closed hip, right? None of that. Hips stay pushed forward. Woo! 20 rep set, guys. The pump, the burn is insane. I'm only gonna hit this for 2 rounds. I'll show you the second set also, guys, just so you know that I'm doing them. And then we'll get into another isolation body weight movement here for our posterior chain again, and finish off with some calf work. Let's go. All right, guys, very short break there, just 90 seconds. Legs are literally still burning from that first set here. But now we want to keep that pump. So if you're doing these bodyweight style, keep the breaks pretty short here. Keep that lactic acid threshold high right now. And let's go pump these out. Oh boy, is that insane, guys. I'm telling you, do not sleep on the sissy squats. Now we're going to go right into a superset now. Again, for our glutes and hamstrings. We're going to go in single leg on these. We're going to go in single leg bodyweight glute bridges here, or hip thrusts for that matter, whatever you want to call them. So, working leg first to the left, squeeze up through that glute. You guys can do these in the park, on a bench. Oh man, just 12s there. Because you do get some quad activation at the top. This is all stretching the glutes, contracting. All right, 20 for 2 sets, 12 and 12 each leg. I'm gonna hit these for one more set. Not gonna film them. Then we're gonna finish off with some calf work, guys. Like I said, these are big bang for your buck leg movements, but they're not as big as bang for your buck, like I said, as squatting or dumbbell Romanian deadlifts. But it's high stimulus and low fatigue from all these movements here, guys. Like I said, the core, the nervous system doesn't get that much of a hit on these. It's almost just straight leg isolation work. So one more set of the glute bridges. Then we got calves. All right, guys, 2 sets of the glute bridges done. And on my second set, I did single leg. And then I drop set it right into double leg for another 20 reps. So crazy pump in the posterior chain, quads, everything right now. Now we're going to finish off with calf work. Right now, typically, you guys see me. Hold up, let me just tie this real quick. You guys see me doing these calves single leg. So I'm going to do the first set single leg for you. Then the second set, we're going to go double leg and burn out, right? So single leg, I always find, for me personally, I like to fall in that like 8 to 12 rep range for calves. I feel like, listen, we spend a lot of time on our feet. Our calves have a lot of type 1 muscle fibers in them. They could take a lot, right? We could do a lot of jump rope. We could walk, so our calves are always active. You want to stress that muscle to failure as quickly as possible, right? And doing them bilateral, it's a lot easier to get higher reps in. So you want to kind of get a load where single reps and, you know, single leg reps, you're falling under 12. So I got the 40-pound vest on, and you always want to get a nice stretch on it, guys. So lean your body a little bit forward. Start in the eccentric. Squeeze the top. 1, 2, 3. That eccentric is the most important part of this. 4. That's where the calf is under all that load. 5, 6, 7, 8, already starting to get tough. 9, 10. All right, moving on to the right. 1, 2, big stretch. 3, 4, always squeeze on the top also. And the reason why we lean forward is you get a bigger stretch on the bottom. 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 and 10. Short break here, about 90 seconds. We'll go single leg and then right into a drop set of both legs. Let's go. All right, guys, second set, starting with the left again. 6, 7, getting really tough already. 8, try to forget some partials here. 9, big stretch. Ooh, 10, tough lockout on that last rep right there. That's exactly what we want. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm staying on here, guys. Go right into a drop set to finish it off. 2 legs, big stretch down, big lean forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 15. All right, guys, holy shit. And the right, because it went straight from the single leg set right into the bilateral leg set, is screaming right there. And besides training the calves, guys, when you're in that deep eccentric, you're getting a lot of engagement in the front side of the calf muscles. The tib and the fib all get activated here, guys. So the calf is known as the gastrocnemius. You got the tibia and the fib in the front. So this, when you're in this motion, this is plantar flexion of the ankle. This is dorsiflexion. So when you're in that deep stretch, your ankle is dorsiflexing and the whole front of the leg and the calf muscles building right here. And when you're down here, so when you're up here, this is all contracted. This is all stretched. And when you're flexed at the top, this is all contracted and this is all stretched. So you get the front and the back muscles of the legs working there, which are, again, super important for developing nice calf muscles or nice legs in general, guys. Just 2 sets of that to wrap up the routine. Like I said, it wasn't anything extravagant today, but high stimulus on the legs, the quads, the hamstrings, the glutes, calves. Everything got a great, crazy pump, crazy mind-muscle connection work here, guys. And tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow will be Thursday. Will be a complete rest day. Friday, full upper. That's what we do, more muscle ups, handstands, body weight burnout sets, things like that. And then we'll rest again. Well, Saturday I have my pickleball competition. I'm in a doubles tournament for money out in Long Island. I'm playing with my boy. Hopefully we do pretty good in that. And then Sunday I'm actually traveling. So Sunday I won't have another leg day. So I'll be traveling down to Florida. And when I travel, guys, every like literally 45 minutes I get up, I go to the bathroom just to get leg movement in, and I do air squats. So I'll end up getting at least 150 to 200 bodyweight squats on the ride down to Florida, just again to get leg motion, get some blood flow to the legs because you're just sitting in those tight seats all the time. That's a wrap for the routine today, guys. Like I said, nothing extravagant, but very effective. Something you could do on your own, right? If you don't have belt squats, you guys could do goblet squats, right? Grab a dumbbell, throw a vest on, elevate your heels, do some goblet squats, right? It allows for that deep flexion, just like on the belt squats there, guys. It allows for that torso to stay upright. You could do single leg toe touches instead of doing the cable RDLs. Glute bridge you could do at the park on any bench. Calves you could do at the park also. Just find a ledge. I do calves in the park all the time, guys. Like always, guys, you already know, you have a question or comment, leave in the comment section. I'll always get back to you guys. Like the video, share with your friends and your family. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate all the support. Peace out. Bar Naturals.
No sad story, I ain't here for a symphony, no sympathy. When I was on the bench, you wouldn't sit with me. Now I'm on the court and I'm balling, my time's coming.